What I'm about to tell you could change your entire life. This is a place where you meet the world, a place that will inspire, challenge, and shape you. We stand on a path to discovering some of the greatest adventures of your life. It's a place where you learn how to be the best and sit back in awe as the people you meet inspire you to spread your wings, to reach higher, go further, laugh louder, and launch yourself with the right start into an extraordinary future, which will take you places. Start your journey to a world of possibilities at UCL.
Good evening to you all. Thank you for participating for the webinar today. And uh, we will be talking on the topic of your future pathway after O levels on this today's webinar. And this webinar will be conducted by Ms. Nayani Costa, Head of Marketing for UK programs at UCL. So in short, if I am talking about her, she has over 20 years of educational experience in the education industry. So she will be addressing your questions today. So if you have any questions, you can ask her. Initially, she will be talking about the program. So after she finishes her session, you can just the Q&A session will be open, and you all can open your mics and you all can go on with your questions. Right. So if somebody wants to drop a message also, you can just drop a message in the chat box. So I will be helping how to read the questions for you. Okay, so over to you, Ms. Nayani Costa. Thank you for being today here.
Thank you very much, Gopi, for introducing.
Thanks.
Gopi, before I start talking, I
Yes.
thought it's nice if you have a student testimonial kind of a thing to present to our youngsters today
Of
for
course, sure.
joining us for the first time, so they'll see the caliber of the students.
Sure, I'll share.
Hi there, my name is Raya Maravati and I'm a student at UCL College Rajagiriya. Studying at UCL has been a wonderful experience for me. In terms of the foundation course that I have pursued here at UCL, we have 4 modules per semester. Writing and presentation skills are essential. In terms of my experience here at UCL, the lecturers have been very hardworking, very supportive, and very willing to go the extra mile for the students. In fact, it was because of the support that I received here at UCL that I was able to rank number 2 in the world for my foundation program. I would totally recommend UCL to any interested candidates out there.
Excellent, Gopi. Thank you very much. Gopi, appreciate if you could share the presentation too. So while Gopi shares the presentation, I would like to, remind you guys, in the today's context, why we are talking about the foundation is because the buzzword has become the foundation. If not, as to what you should be doing um, after O levels, or since the results are getting late and education is all over. So because of that, students are kind of in doubtful mindsets these days, not only the students, the parents. So we thought this is the best time to educate you all about the foundation, because we have a lot of students these days awaiting O levels results, not being able to get into A levels, and even some students, though they are in the first year of A levels, they are with a lot of doubt because exams are getting postponed inevitably. So therefore, I think it's the right time to talk about a foundation. So let's see what. a foundation has to occur and what is after the foundation. So do we have the presentation?
Yes. Hope you can view the presentation.
Yeah, can.
Oh.
Right. So everybody, let's see what is a foundation in the first place. So foundation is a pre-qualification to enter a degree, or we can call it a substitute for A-levels if you don't have adequate A-levels results to join a degree. Now, when I say a pre-qualification to enter a degree, you know, even after you do A-levels, if you don't have adequate results, your fallback option is your O-levels results. So then after O-levels, only then you have to enter a degree because you don't have entry qualifications from your A-levels. So foundation becomes your pre-qualification if you want to enter a degree, right? I think I'm very clear on that. So a foundation means a pre-qualification to enter a degree. Even after O-levels, you can directly join. If not, if you don't have adequate A-levels results, you can join with a foundation again. Right, let's go to the next slide. Okay, then I would like to talk with you about the benefits of a foundation. So there are so many foundations at the moment in the country, but categorically today we are going to talk about the NCC Foundation. So NCC is a world recognized qualification from UK and it has been established in 1966. So for this year, like they are 50 plus years being in the industry, highly recognized all over the world in many universities as a pre-qualification to enter a degree. So then talking about the foundation, well, foundation is a very focused program towards a degree. So every qualification has its own comparison. So we will have to compare a foundation with regard to A-levels qualification or a A-level stream. So let's say a student coming from A-levels to a foundation, you're not a degree, to a degree. You're not coming from a degree focused qualification. You know, some students would have done arts, some students would have done commerce, some would have done mathematics, science, technical subjects, lot of areas. And also, when you're doing a British qualification, however much we think we are good in our English, it's not good enough, because we need to learn academic writing and proper presentation skills, communication skills in order to express what you've done in your assignment or like in a particular presentation. So your communication skills have to be really great in that aspect. So when it comes to the foundation, it's very much degree oriented or focused towards the degree. So thereby you will be doing a lot of modules, activities, assignments, presentations, little vivas, focusing your degree. Right. Then comes students become better focused towards the relevant degree. So that is what I mentioned. So doing the foundation, you become more focused. Right? If you have not done many assignments, because we come from different environments to the foundation. That is London A-levels, O-levels, local O-levels, local A-levels, likewise. So especially when it comes to local O-levels or A-levels, we are not very focused in English because we do almost all the subjects in Sinhala apart from English, rather than the students who do their A-levels in the English stream, and the students who are in the London stream. So thereby, we have little hiccups when coming to a degree. So the foundation helps you to forego those little hiccups as well, because it focuses better or supports students better in order to be ready for the degree, right? As I told you, since the foundation is focused towards the degree, so you know what is to expect in the degree. So therefore, like your focus is after the foundation that you must do a degree. Then better preparation towards the degree. As I told you, like there are 6 modules in the foundation, so that you will be doing a lot of English modules, then mathematics in order for you to get yourself prepared, and then you'll be doing a lot of skill development inside the foundation program. So you'll be better prepared in order for you to get into the degree, and especially in the area of academic writing, right? So academic writing is a very focus area when it comes to the degree, because apart from the knowledge that you gain from the degree, your writing skills supports you immensely if you're especially going for a first class or a second class upper, right? Then definitely, rather than you following a conventional method to get into a degree, when you do a foundation, you're saving a lot of time. So it's actually a shorter pathway for a degree. So if a student joins at the age of 16, you can finish a degree either when you're 20 or 21 years of age. Then it's a great cost saving for the parents if the parents are here today at this forum, because like even if you do A-levels, you'll be spending a lot of since you're doing A-levels for 2 years, you'll be spending a lot of tuition fees, then examination fees and all of that. But then here it's a 1-year journey for the foundation. Then afterwards you'll be in the degree. And then students gain knowledge and become mature. So when you're in a school, like, either you'll be in a girls' school or a boys' school, but when you come to a foundation program, you'll be working with a lot of different students coming from different backgrounds, different mindsets, thinking, okay, I want to be a software engineer, I want to be a business personality, entrepreneur, HR personality, I want to do finance. So all that new thoughts and wants you want to be will help you, talk in the class, and also like you will come across your seniors, you will hear what they want to do and how they have applied to universities and how they have done their industry placement and the organizations that they have worked for. And then after the degree, or after the degree, they are planning to get into various other universities for masters, job opportunities, and how they have faced their interviews and the support that they've got from UCL, to get into the internship. So you will hear a lot of things day in, day out from your peers, your seniors. So you become mature. That sort of a thing you don't hear in a school, because after O-levels, your focus directly would be, finishing another qualification, or like basically finishing your A-levels. And then the other recognition of the foundation would be that this foundation is internationally recognized. I think I mentioned it before also. So since the qualification comes from NCC UK, you're not only recognized in UK, but also in several other countries for you to do your higher studies or, pursue a degree. You're basically recognized in USA, you're recognized in New Zealand, you're recognized in Canada, and also definitely in UK. So there are many countries that recognizes this program. Right. Then we will focus mainly on UCL International Foundation year, which is UFE, we call it UFE, right? Which goes on for 1 year. So after O-levels, you will have to spend only 1 year in your foundation before you get into the degree. So which is a great time saver for a student, because if suppose you do 2 years and continue for your A-levels qualification, and if you don't get through it, your fallback option would be foundation. And here it's only 1 year, there you're spending 2 years. Then focus preparation for IT and business degrees internationally. So by doing the foundation with UCL, you're prepared to do international programs in various universities. And if in Sri Lanka with University of Central Lancashire, because that is our partner university. If not, if you have different other options, you can apply so as well. But then the focus would be on IT and business degree programs. Then since it's NCC UK education, the foundation is world recognized. As I told you, it's recognized in many countries and many universities. Then it's a guaranteed option to enter a degree locally or internationally. So there is no doubt whatsoever, once you complete this foundation year, you can get into a degree either locally or internationally. And the other main important fact would be that you will be finishing your degree on time, right? So you'll be starting the foundation at the age of 16. If you're taking the route with internship, you'll be finishing the degree at the age of 21, because 1 year will be spent on the foundation. Then 4 years, including the industry placement, you will be doing the degree. So at the age of 21, you will be completing your degree. So when I say at the age of 21, what does it mean? Like, you know, if you're doing A-levels, or like if you've done A-levels, you're 19. But here at the age of 21, you're completing your degree, right? And then we have 8 modules to complete in the degree. So we have 6 compulsory modules, which is mainly focusing on English, then mathematics, and your skill development. Also, along with 2 elective modules from your focus area, that is the degree that you're planning to do. If it's IT you want to do, you'll be doing 2 elective modules in that respective area. And if you want to do business, that will focus on the business area. Then the benefit a student would get by joining the UCL Foundation would be that since we work with a very limited number of students, that you will get a lot of individual attention, support, and guidance by our lecturers, so that you become the best before you get into a degree. And also, once again, I would like to stress on the fact that since the international foundation year is only for one particular year, you're saving a lot of time. And nowadays you get foundations that not only 1 year, there are some foundations 8 months, 9 months. So those are of course a bit doubtful, because universities mainly look and respect an year's foundation course. So you always have to focus on the degree that you're going to do, so that you must not kind of get deprived of doing some more shorter programs and get into trouble. So the legal respectable entry route is 1 year of foundation. Right. Then finally comes the financial benefits that we offer from UCL. These days, due to COVID, pandemic situation, we are offering 50% off on registration fee, and then the installment plans are there, and also special loan schemes offered by Hatton National Bank. So you can talk to your respective counselors and get support on those areas as well. Right. So that comes to the end of my presentation. Now, since we've heard a lot about the foundation program, let's hear it from one of our students. Gopi, I think we should go for a student testimonial so that it will break the monotonous, and then we'll come with the question session.
Hi, my name is Iksuka Premrat, and I'm a past pupil of Lyceum International School, Meghalaya. As an aspiring individual seeking a professional qualification in the field of information technology, I objected to explore a wider coverage of software technologies and development after the completion of my A-levels. This search led me to UCL, and I have now successfully completed my bachelor's degree specializing in software engineering, offered in affiliation to the University of Central Lancashire, UK. The UCL Software Engineering degree program comes with carefully selected subject areas to match the current needs in the software industry, hence positioning me with a great advantage. UCL offers an outstanding learning experience through their degree, guided by an experienced panel of highly qualified and student-centric lecturers and professionals, enabling me to acquire essentials in software engineering, which include programming skills, analytical skills, skills in database design and development, professional practices, and research, to name a few areas. When considering the UCL degree at UCL, the degree includes a one-year internship in the industry, where acquired skills will be put to test. While interning, I worked at Astron Limited, which is a leading pharmaceutical company in Sri Lanka, as a software engineering intern in the ICT faculty, where I was able to gain sufficient exposure in terms of web development and software engineering in general. Hence, the internship has helped me to broaden on my skill set and set the scope high for me to enter the industry as a fresh graduate. Therefore, I would really recommend UCL as a pinnacle private institution offering recognized global degrees. So come join UCL to pursue your higher education. Thank you.
Thank you, Gopi. So before we start up the question and answer session, today we have Keshan, then we have Samadhi, and then we have Shamin, one of our students who progressed to the degree. So since they're there, I thought we should ask about the experience gained at UCL for the benefit of the people in the audience who are looking forward to pursue a foundation program. So I would like to first talk to Keshan, since Keshan is focused on software engineering after the foundation. Keshan, would you like to talk about your experience that you've gained at UCL?
Yes, miss. And also thank you for having me. So guys, my name is Keshan, and currently I'm progressing onto my second year in the software engineering degree program. If I had to speak about my foundation year, I would say that would be pretty much a year that I actually stepped into my career being on a higher level. Because coming from a background where I did AS level, I wish that I hadn't done AS level and I had straight away progressed onto the foundation, because when I did my AS level, I missed out on 2 years. And with that 2 missed years, I'm currently still in my second year of my degree. But if I had straight away done the foundation, I think I would have been done by the degree now as well. So that's one thing. And the next thing is that during my foundation, I had a lot of support coming in from the lecturers, as they give students a lot of individual attention. And that's one thing that I really liked about UCL, because the amount of attention that they would give to you is such that even if you can't understand the same question multiple times, the lecturers would be willing to go that extra mile to explain it to you until you can get it all over again. And along with that, the lecturers are really friendly, so it's much more approachable for students to speak to the lecturers rather than in some local universities you might find in Sri Lanka. And due to the limited number of seats per class, the interaction among the students and as well as the lecturer is very high, and that actually supports the student to develop well in their skills and whatever career paths they may choose. So that's Ms. Nayani.
Okay, Keshan, could you please switch on your camera if it's okay with you, so that the audience can put a face to your name.
Yeah, sure. Hi, Miss.
Hi, Keshan. Right. So, Keshan, one more thing for you. Now, your progress into what was it that you obtained in your foundation towards the degree, especially towards the software engineering aspect of it?
Yeah, so when I did my foundation, I wasn't exactly sure of what I wanted to do when it came to software. I just knew I had something towards IT, but I didn't know exactly what it was for. But as I did the foundation program, I realized that what I really wanted to do was develop softwares. And after I progressed on to the first year, it made it like more clearer to me that, okay, this is what I actually want to do. So it was because of the foundation that it actually helped me to progress onto this level really well. And also with all the other aspects in the foundation, like for example, where we have to use academic English, that was a peak moment, I would say, in the foundation, because you don't learn those unless you specialize in doing English in like private tutoring. But in the foundation program, you get it with the other modules as well. So I think that's a really good advantage for anyone trying to do the foundation.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Keshan, for your thoughts. Very much appreciated. So
Right.
we'll
Yes.
catch you later in the forum. Thank you.
All right, Miss.
All
Thank
the
you.
best to you. Thanks.
Thank you, Miss.
Right. Okay, then next we'll talk to another student, and then we'll focus on the questions. So we have Samadhi, whose progress from foundation to the business degree. Samadhi, you're there, right?
Yeah, hi, Miss.
Hi, can we see you?
Yeah,
Hi. Okay, so Samadhi, now from you. Now, how did the foundation benefit you in terms of, getting into the degree and getting yourself focused towards the degree, all of that?
Yeah, my story actually, hi, thank you for having me, Miss. I actually did my A levels, and I did local A levels, and I completed it. And then we started with the pandemic. So at that point, I felt okay. I knew I wanted to do something related. I knew what my degree was going to be, but I had no prior knowledge about it. So then I came across UCL and the foundation program. So I joined that, and then I am now in my second year of my degree. So I personally feel if I didn't know about a foundation program when I was doing my O levels. So had I known about it, I would have definitely joined it, because then, so I'm 21 now. So by this time, I would have had a degree already in my hands if I had started UFI right after O levels. So doing UFI actually helped me a lot. So with the subjects I did for A levels, I had not a big knowledge about the path I'm taking for my degree. So I learned to communicate better, and I improved on my English. So academic English is very different to what we use day to day. So they teach us how to do a report, on how to make presentations. So I think that actually helps quite a lot during the degree, because when you're doing your A levels, you don't learn this. You just learn your subject related things, and then you just move on to your degree. So while doing your degree, you don't have time to learn any of these extra things. So I really think that doing UFI has actually helped me to face my degree really well. Miss, I think you're on mute.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's all
Sorry.
right.
So excellent. It's excellent to hear all these good things about the foundation and your perspective about that. So having said that, Samadhi, now I hear that UCL do things differently. That we use the student-centric method of teaching students, and then we keep a very close tab with the students, especially in the foundation year, because we don't treat you as adults since it's the foundation year. So we monitor you very closely to make sure that you get your foundation right. And so the student-centric method supports us on that, so that you get to, all of a sudden do impromptu speeches about the modules that you do. And then you have a lot of assignments that you do, presentations. So how has that helped you? What are your thoughts on those?
Yeah. So I actually schooled at a only girls school. So when I came to UCL and I was doing UFE, so the student-centric method is basically where it's not like your normal classroom. It's like 5 tables put together. You sit around, and then the teacher moves past you. They like if you have a problem, like for example, if you say you do some math and there's a math problem, you can always talk to your friends. You can figure out what's wrong, and then if you still have a problem, you can just call your lecturer down. It's pretty similar to school, but I actually think that this method helps us way better because in end of the day we are all doing the same thing. So then we understand more from our perspective, and it's easier to explain it to a friend than some people understand it better when a friend teaches you than the lecturer. So even just like Keshan said, the lecturers are really, really close to us, and they like you can talk to them anytime. Like now we don't know how when the pandemic is going to end, but if I did my UFI halfway during the pandemic, and you can call them at whatever time for whatever problem. They're really friendly. So just like that, the academic staff, the marketing team, so everyone, it's not you and the lecturer only. It's basically you can go to anyone at UCL if you have any problem. So I think that really helped us because we knew whatever happened, we like there's a person we could go to if we have any problem. So I think the way that UCL treats us also is very important because most of the unis who that offer diplomas for education have a lot of students. So most of the lecturers don't know who the students are. The students are not very close with the lecturers. So at UCL this doesn't happen. So basically everyone knows you if you are in UCL. So I think that really helps, and UCL does a really great job by doing that.
Right. Okay. Thanks, Samadhi. So I'll catch you later again for some more questions.
Okay.
Right. Thank you. Thanks. Right. Gopi, so we can start our question and answer session, I believe. So do you have
Yes.
any questions?
Yes. So we have some questions from the parents actually.
Okay.
So the first one is like they would like to know what's the major difference between NCC Education UK qualification and the foundation offered by other institutes or other awarding bodies.
Well, I guess that's a brilliant question coming from a parent, Gopi.
Yes.
Well, now, other institutes, as in many private higher education institutes, do have foundation programs, but they are either a foundation from a particular university. So what happens there is when you do those foundation programs, they are recognized, but they are recognized by only a university which they belong to. So compared those foundation programs with NCC UK, NCC UK foundation program is not, it doesn't belong to an independent university. Since it's NCC education, which is a independent education body world recognized. So their foundation is recognized by many, many countries. So over a period of, I guess, 54 years, they have developed themselves to be recognized by many countries. And many universities, actually we have a list of universities that the NCC qualification is recognized for the students to do degrees. So if a parent wants that, we can share that, Gopi, with the parent. So thereby, as I said, so that is the main difference. The NCC is not a particular university's foundation, since it's an independent awarding body, awarding foundations, and not only foundations, now they've even developed getting into the level 4s, level 5s, level 6. Those are basically the first, second, and the third years of the degrees, so that it's getting more and more recognized. So that's the main difference. So it's an independent awarding body recognized by many universities in many countries, in compared to a particular university's foundation offered by many institutes in Sri Lanka currently.
Thank you so much for that brief description. And also, could you please tell, like, what are the countries that this NCC Education UK is accepted by?
Yeah. So basically, even some foundations are from UK universities. Many universities in UK itself don't accept them. But then doing the NCC Foundation, you're recognized by most of the universities in the UK. Apart from that, it's recognized in New Zealand, it's recognized in Australia, then Canada, USA. You name it, those are the main countries that currently the students are eyeing to go in for their higher education. So that is why I mentioned those. But even in Germany, in Japan, NCC qualification is currently being recognized. So it's getting further recognition because of the quality aspect of the program, because it mainly focuses on the foundation which supports students to get into any kind of a degree. So it has the sense which is required in a true foundation program in order to prepare a student to be the right fit to get into the degree, Gopi.
Okay, great. Thanks for that. And also there's a question, like, what are the minimum qualifications that a student would need to get into this program?
Yes. So basically you need 5 simple passes if you've done local O levels. But if you have done London O levels, you require 5 D passes. But then the passes have to include 2 credit passes in mathematics and English.
Okay, great.
Right, so 5 passes altogether, including English and mathematics credits.
Okay, thanks for that.
Okay, right.
And also, there's another question. So a parent is asking, is there any possible way, like our NCC UK Foundation is 1 year. So is there any possible way that a student can fast track this and finish it before 1 year? Is there any?
Well, not with NCC UK, because like when you're kind of making it shorter to 1 year, I don't know how shorter it could be, it can get, rather than doing it for 1 year. But then, and there are issues in those qualifications. I hear with my experience that I see there are some 8 months, 9 months foundation programs. But then sometimes there are issues that, certain universities don't accept those 8 months, 9 months qualifications, because 1 year foundation is merely there for you to compensate not having your A levels done. So had you done A levels, it will be 2 years. So without doing 2 years of A levels, you're doing 1 year of a foundation. So you're already saving 1 year of time so that you can utilize that in the degree. So which a foundation year of 1 year is supposed to make you mature, make you learn things, make you kind of really fit to get into a degree. So I know, and then different countries have different methods when you go to school. So foundation is kind of an international program that makes all the students come into one level, because it's one qualification, one recognition for the foundation, especially with NCC UK. So when you say NCC UK, you have so many foundation programs running across the world. So when you do the NCC foundation in Sri Lanka, you face that exam, you become an internationally qualified student. So if you have been listening to now, you would have seen Raya's presentation. Raya Marambage was the world's second last foundation, and she's a student from Gateways and studied at UCL. So likewise, you're sitting for an international program, and then I would say doing 1 year is shorter enough. If you make it more shorter, there won't be a recognition for you.
Okay, thank you for that. Yes. And now you were saying that this NCC education is accepted by many countries. So does UCL help with transferring these students into these countries after the foundation, or is
Yes,
it
of
done by a
course.
third party?
No, UCL always help the students who are transferring, because UCL is a group of companies belong to the Educo group of companies, and then we have our sister company within the group called Educo Pathways, who support students in visa counseling and support the students with placement facilities in the universities, support students, find options for students, all of that. So therefore, a student is not alone, because um, with my experience, going out of the country is difficult, because sometimes you come across visa problems, sometimes you don't get results on time for you to apply for visa. So a lot of things are there. Then when you have internal support, it's kind of rest assured for the student, and it's a confident factor for a student that they have people inside the campus to look after their needs and support them, and make sure that they get into the place where they want to get into. Gopi. So to answer your question, yes, we do support the student through UCL. They are not alone.
Thanks a lot for that. Yeah. So I think it was very clear and very brief, your answers. So thanks for that. And can we open the question and answer session for the audience? Like if they have any more questions?
Yeah. Before you do that, to answer your particular question, whether we support the students to go out of the country, I think we have a student, Shamin, who's currently going through that experience, who's one of our foundation students, progressed to the first year of the degree, now planning to go to the UK, to Ukraine for his second year of studies. So Shamin, I think it's the right time for us to hear it from you. Hi, Shamin.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. You hear me?
Yes.
Right. Right, Shamin. So would you please share your experience on foundation aspect towards the degree with us, please?
Yeah, sure. So, hi guys, I'm Shamin Fernando. So I'm currently in my first year with Ukraine. I'm doing international business. So basically, in my case, I did London A-levels. I did local O-levels, and then I did my London A-levels halfway. I did it till AS, and I did sciences. So then I actually had to transfer from science background to a whole new business background, because I realized that I wanted to prepare for a career in business. So then after looking for my options, I came across UCL. and in particular the UFE program. So one of the main reasons why I chose UFE over Monash, which is also a really good program offered by UCL, is because UFE is really, how do you say, particular, and it's more related to your degree. Like, for example, I have batchmates right now in my first year who came from the A levels. I'm not saying that the A levels isn't important. Like, I have friends who are doing really well that moved in from the A levels, but apart from them, the people who actually did the UFE program and then from there went on to the degree are actually finding it really easy, and it's more comfortable, and you're used to the environment. For example, stuff like presentations, and also in particular communication skills in terms of what's related in the degree, they look into it more particularly than what they do in a school. So, and apart from that, talking about transfer programs, so basically if you're doing UCLan after UFE, you can transfer any year to the UK, or you could even do the entire program over here. So I've decided to go after my first year. I'm actually planning on flying next year. I mean, sorry, next month. So UCL has really helped me out with the transfer program too, because obviously, because I'm already a student at UCL, and they're actually handling everything from applying to even the visa process. Everything is done by UCL with the help of Educa Pathways. So I just think that if you guys have a plan to either finish the degree over here or even move to the UK and finish off the degree there, I think this is a really good chance for you guys, because not only the degree, they right now they offer 2 years work permit after the degree in the UK, which I think is a really good chance for any of y'all who are planning on getting like exposure like internationally. But yeah. Mister, I think you're muted.
Yeah, sorry. So now since you're transferring to the UK main campus, UCLan Shamin, I would like to ask now, usually when you leave the country, now I'm sure these days you must be, enjoying a cup of tea from your mom, cuisine from mom, your clothes being washed by mom, all that, right? So leave alone those. Now, when you go to the UK, you will be all alone, right? So now, usually when you go there, if you go there as a fresh student, now you're going to do your higher studies. So in spite of you having that big burden of, doing your studies properly, you'll have to get yourself adjusted to the, new cultural environment, working with various different people coming from all over the world. And you have to get used to the accent of the lecturers, who are foreigners, Britishers, and Scottish, they have different heavy accents. So how has it supported you being at UCL, doing the foundation, and then getting into the first year? Has it kind of eased off the burden on you of your studies, at least in half? Your expectation of the modules and the outcomes that the uni is expecting from you. So has that part been sorted? So that you're relieved of one area, that you're going with some sort of experience to the uni?
Yes, miss, for sure. Because even in the UK right now, with the current situation, classes are happening only 50% online and 50% physical. So and obviously, I looked into how work is going to be over there and how the modules are going to be, how classes are held, how often the classes are going to be. And then when I did all of this, and I first compared both of the options before deciding to leave. And then what I came across was in terms of theory and how the lectures are done, and basically everything that's taught over there and over here, it is the same thing. And even the quality of what you're taught, even the lecture panels, even simple things like how assignments or online classes are held, it's basically the same thing. So only difference I found is just a few extra subjects that you could, extra modules that you could take over there. But even that, the compulsory modules are being done over here, just the same way that it's done over there. So I would say if you have the option of going abroad, I would say to, apart from doing UFI, I would say to do at least 1 year over here and then get used to the environment rather than going there brand new and like, getting exposed to it alone. Because over here, you're technically not alone because you have really good lecturers that are willing to help you out and they're always in contact with the UK. Like even though you don't get to directly talk to UCLan, all of our lecturers, like they always have contact with the UK and lecturers over there, and they know how things happen over there. So I'd say it's a really good chance that students doing UFI, they get to balance off and decide how many years you want to do here and then go. So I would say it's really good if you decide to stay here at least for 1 year and then maybe go to the UK because it really helped me out in terms of getting used to the environment. But yeah.
Yeah, so excellent. Well, Gopi, I think, Shamin has given us a good overall picture of the students who are, planning to transfer the support that UCL gives students. So rather than we explaining it, it's really great coming out from Shamin. Shamin, thank you very much for that.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay. See you in the session, Shamin. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Right, Gopi.
Yes, and Ms. Nayani, we have few more questions from some of our guests today.
Yeah.
So a student called Mandeep is asking, after the foundation, can we do the first year of the degree in Sri Lanka?
Yes, of course. The choice is for the student. If the student wants to do the first year like Shamin and go out of the country for the second year, it's possible. And if the student wants to complete the all 3 years or 4 years in Sri Lanka, that is also possible. So there is no hard and fast rule. Either you have to, complete all 3 years here. It's very flexible. If you can afford, if it is your dream to, go in the correct legal pathway to any other countries, especially to UK, you can do so after your first year.
Okay. And also there's another option like, once again, it's from a parent. So there's another option that UCL transfer students after the second year of the degree to UCLan University. So how does that work, and is it done by UCLan UCL itself, or how is it? How does it work?
Yes, yes. Now UCLan UCL partnership is very unique. So we basically offer the very same internal degree of University of Central Lancashire. So therefore, students can transfer after every year. So now Shamin is leaving after the first year. So likewise, the students can leave in their second year to go and study the final year in the UK itself. So even you go in the first year or in the second year, it doesn't make a much of a difference of the benefits that you're going to gain out of going to UK. Even if you go in the second year, like that is like complete first year, go into the second year in the UK, you stay there for 2 years. And if you finish the second year and go into your final year to the UK, so you're going to stay there for 1 year. Your visa would be for 2 years and 1 year. But then thereafter, when you complete the degree, it doesn't matter whether you've been in the UK for 2 years or for 1 year, you will be given the post-study work visa option for next 2 years. So the students who are completing the degree in the UK, you get the 2 years post-study work visa. So then it's not like, you're working 20 hours, casually during the study period. Here during the 2 years of post-study work visa, you'll be working for a proper corporate or a software company, in the real area of your studies. So it's basically proper job opportunity for the students on post-study work visa. So you can earn a lot And then like you've been, if you go in your final year, so final year you're spending 1 year, so 2 years post study. So basically you've been there in for 3 years by the time you complete your post study. So if you want to, you can apply for your masters again and stay there for another 2 years. You get 2 years visa for your masters. So you study for 2 years. Then if you want to, you can apply again for your post study work visa again. You get that for 2 years. So right now, that is the situation in the UK, but then UK, they change quite oftenly. So for the moment, that's the situation. So if you study for 2 years or 1 year, it doesn't matter. The benefit is the same. You will be getting the post-study work visa for 2 years. Then after your post-study work visa period, you can apply for your master's, study for 2 years again, and then apply for your post-study work visa again. So you can stay in UK for about good 6 years, and then then you know what you should be doing since you're a pro in UK afterwards.
Okay, that was nice. Okay.
Yeah.
And another question, if a student has not done IT for his or her O-levels, what is, will the student get stuck if he or she is going to do foundation in IT, software engineering? So if she is, if he or she is transferring to a software engineering degree?
No, nothing of the sort, because in Sri Lanka only we are having this streams issue. But then if you have joined the foundation and if you're selected the IT pathway, you're given enough time to expect in the IT degree, and you're given 2 elective modules to study on those areas as well, and have predetermined kind of a mind as this is how it's going to work and this is how easy it is. So I think Keshan explained it very well. So you with pre-knowledge on those areas only, you will be getting into the degree. So therefore, I don't see any reason why any student need to worry about it, because in the foundation, all those matters will be sorted for you before you go into the degree.
Okay, right. Thanks a lot. And also a student called Travin, he's asking what are the universities available in Canada for IT, and is all 3 years being done there with internships?
Well, that of course, Gopi, for sure I can't say. We will have to write to the university and find out, because it depends on each university. Even in the UK, we can't say that there are certain degrees which offer internship, and some degrees don't offer internship. So, and there are certain IT degrees that you can do with part-time work, and certain IT degrees you can't. So unless we write to the university and we say which is the exact degree that we've selected in IT, that is, we can't answer that question. So Travis can write to us or contact any of us to find out what are the opportunities that we have, and we can write. I can't remember the universities in Canada offhand, because there is a list of universities. So if he can contact us personally, we'd be able to give him the details, because we need to look at the list of the universities. And then out of which we'll have to, see what are his interest areas as well. Then only we can answer that question.
Okay, thank you so much. And also just one final question. So now in University of Central Lancashire, when the student transfers there, so he will be eligible for a part-time job there. He will be eligible for that. And also, like, is there a possibility if the student might get a job inside the university itself if he applies?
Well, it's like this, Gopi. Now, like in Sri Lanka, like at UCL, if they identify the student has good grades, and student is a scholarly student, obviously the faculty recognizes the student. And then mainly when it comes to software engineering, you get a lot of research opportunities within the university. And then when it comes to business programs, the universities have a lot of research paper submission from business areas. So if you're a real bright student performing really well in the campus, definitely the faculties will get the students involved, right? But we can't say there would be internships as such, but then sometimes you will be exposed to those as well, because Central Lancashire is one of the recognized universities for a lot of internships, student support, and I think it's the second best university in the UK that provides entrepreneurial support for the students, and also who found job opportunities for students. So I think that happens with their long history of 193 years of being in existence and the quality that they have maintained thus far. So so they are known in the industry, the world, UK. Though it's Central Lancashire name is new to Sri Lanka, it's not a new university to the world. So thereby they are getting a lot of opportunities, because obviously being there for 193 years, how many students do you think they would have produced by now? So the quality of the university would have been absorbed by the whole world by now, right? So therefore, they are getting a lot of opportunities, but then in order for you to get those opportunities, you also need to be a hardworking, bright student. But then apart from that, when you're a student in a university, you get a regular 20 hours of work in the UK. So that will be there. Anything apart from that, you're looking like there is a faculty office in the campus. So if you're looking for opportunities, you can always go and talk to them, and you can register there. So they will talk to you when they have opportunities. But like here at UCL, they do that in consultation with their faculty. So the faculty will always recommend the university, okay, this student is great and he is doing this well, and his researchers are really getting highlighted. So all of those recommendations will be done by the faculty. So you have to be a hardworking student in order for you to apply for those internal positions as well.
Okay, thank you so much for that. So that's all with the question and questions that we had.
Right. So excellent, Gopi. It was a lovely session, and I hope I have answered all the questions. And then thanks. So if there are any more questions, the students can directly contact the team who has been in contact with them. And before we wind up, I would like to talk to our respective students once more. Well, this time I would like to speak to Samadhi. Is Samadhi there?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Right. Samadhi, so final, couple of words from you. So what do you have to say to the youngsters who are looking forward to join the foundation at UCL? What would you like to tell them?
Yeah, since they have the opportunity now, if the ability to join, I would first say maybe think if you really want to do your A levels, or if you would prefer going through this track, because I personally think that this is one of the best opportunities they can get, and to maybe utilize it properly. And even if you start UFE, maybe you might be a student that has already done A levels. Don't take it easy. Just work very hard on what you're doing and stay focused, and yeah, to get the best out of what UCL provides us.
Thank you, Samadhi, and lovely to have been chatting with you on a Sunday evening. And thank you so much for spending time with us. All the very best to you.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thanks, darling. Best of luck. Right. So Well, yes, then let's hear it from Shamin then. Shamin, are you there? Yeah.
Yes.
Hi, yeah. Hi, Shamin. So, what is it from you that you can, tell the youngsters who are looking at joining a foundation?
Yeah, so basically, obviously, most of you guys must be done with O levels, and I feel like personally, I was quite lost after my A levels. I took like a gap year because I didn't know what exactly I wanted to do in another 5 years to come. So whatever you do, since you all have initiated your plan right now, I mean, the fact that you all are in this webinar means that you all are interested in this option. So whatever you do, just decide and think to yourself, because if whatever you guys want to do in another 5 to 10 years is related to, I'd say in this case, business or going abroad or even being focused in one path, I think this is a really good option because in terms of UFI, it's a really focused and more specific foundation program than all of the other options that are around you right now. So I'd say if you guys are interested in having a focused path, which is more specific, and you'll like, there's nothing to worry because you'll always be in the right track and like with an excellent set of lecturers. So I think whatever you do, just as long as you all think it through and decide what you want to do, you guys will be fine.
Right. Thank you very much, Shamin, and thank you so much for being with us today on a Sunday evening, utilizing your leisure time to be with us. Thank you and all the very best to you.
Thank you.
Right, then we have Keshan. Keshan, can we have your thoughts on for these youngsters?
Yes, Miss. So what I would personally say is, and especially for a student that had a doubt about not doing IT prior to entering the foundation, even for my AS level, I actually did business. And for my O levels, I did IT, but for my AS level, I actually did business. But when I came to the foundation level, I decided I want to do IT, and I don't regret it at all because I actually found what I really like now. So don't worry about thinking the fact that you don't have prior experience, because these lecturers will guarantee you that you can get there, and they will support you and guide you throughout. And like in other activities as well, like English wise, everything, these lecturers are there to guide you throughout. And definitely you'll be making a lot of friends that would be there for a lifetime as well. So I think this would be a really good option for all of you, regardless of the time track. So yeah.
Right, excellent. So thank you very much, Keshan, for spending time with us. And you've been parting with a lot of valuable ideas and guidance for the youngsters. Thank you very much and all the very best to you.
Thank you, Miss. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Right,
Yes.
Gopi, I think we've come to the end of the program. And I feel that we had a great session informing students of the foundation, as well as getting the ideas of the students who've been currently in the program and who progressed to foundation and who's pursuing their dreams. I'm sure like we've answered most of the questions, the doubts of the students today. So yeah, so going forward, they can contact us, and I would like to kindly request them to keep in touch with us, get for more information, and then take your decision. Well, thank you very much
And also,
for
I would like to thank you, Ms. Nayani, and our students, Keshan, Shamin, and Samadhi for this informative session today. So I believe that our students who have joined today with their parents, some of them have joined with their parents, would have got knowledge on this International Foundation program, and especially for the students who are looking a right path after their O levels. So it would have been definitely beneficial for them. And if there are any questions that these students or parents have, they can just feel free to contact us anytime they want. Right, we are there to help you. And thank you for this interesting session. Asking questions, I really enjoyed it. So thank you everyone, and thank you Ms. Nayani for this. Have a pleasant evening. Yeah.
Thank you, and stay safe, everybody.
Thank you everyone.